Welcome to my master research lessons. My lessons will be based on a book entitled Social Research Methods, Proposal Writing Guide. It's a book meant for university and college students, including practitioners. The book is divided into 4 chapters. Chapter 1 looks at introduction. Chapter 2 examines or covers literature review. Chapter 3 covers methodology. And Chapter 4 concludes the book with referencing styles. In this book, I, Anthony Wanjohi, a scholar, was written and published both books and peer-reviewed papers over several decades, and life decorated with guiding university students and practicing in the field of project planning and management, research, and publications. I'll be taking you through this masterpiece. And therefore, we'll be looking at various aspects as organized and outlined in the master book. So this proposal writing guide, in fact, was a product of a decade of dedicated research in the fields of educational and social sciences. In fact, it's based on years of everyday experience guiding and mentoring students in colleges and universities in Kenya and around the world. The guide is structured according to classical structure of proposal writing, basically in most of our colleges and universities. The first part of the book covers preliminary pages that include from title page, moving to abstract, then dedication, acknowledgements, table of contents, acronyms and abbreviations, list of tables, and list of figures. These are preliminary pages that precede any academic work of research nature before going to other parts of the book. And the first part of the book, or the proposal, is chapter 1, which covers introduction, and chapter 2, literature review, and chapter 3, methodology. Then we have the last chapter, which covers referencing, and basically in my book I'm using APA, and specifically I'll be referring to APA version 6, edition 2. As such, we look at basically is a social research methods, proposal writing guide, proposal writing guide. So basically that is what we'll be going through our sessions, and I'll be taking you through various aspects from chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3 of proposal writing, academic proposal writing in typical universities and colleges, and these will form part of our discussion in the next 3 sessions or so. The first session I'll deal with the chapter 1, which basically deals with introduction. So let's now move to, we see the parts, especially on the parts of introduction on social research methods. So follow me and you'll be able to get the aspects of social research methods. Well, chapter 1. Chapter 1. Introduction. In any proposal writing process, you'll be having chapter 1. And you may be asked, chapter 1, what does it constitute? These are the typical, we may have some variations from one college to another, but basically you find these components as part of chapter 1. 1.1. Background. To the study. (1.2) Statement of problem. (1.3) You may have research objectives or research questions or hypothesis. It depends from one college or university to the other. But some proposals may be guided by research objectives. And therefore, for the purpose of this presentation, let me have the 3 guiding principles in any research process, namely research objectives or research question or hypothesis. 1.3 Research objectives. (1.4) Research questions. 1.5 Hypothesis. These are the key areas you consider, but we are still moving on to the other parts of chapter 1, introduction, and we have 1.6. You may either use all these. You may either use in your work research objectives or research questions, or you may have research objectives and research questions, or you may have research objectives and hypothesis. So it depends from one institution to another. But for the purpose of this exposure, we are going to consider all the 3 so that you get enlightened. Brilliant. Now, because my board is small, let me move to the first part. Maybe, let me grab the first part and then proceed, having been taken care of. Therefore, reached 1.5. Therefore, let me move to 1.6. 1.6. 1.6. Significance of the study. Significance of the study. 1.7. Scope and delimitation. Scope and delimitation. I'll be explaining this delimitation of the study. And then 1.8, limitation of the study. Limitation of the study. And then 1.9, conceptual framework. Conceptual framework. And then 1.10, conceptual framework. I'll be explaining to it. Don't worry. I'm just outlining these aspects. I'm going to explain each of these aspects. 1.10 is theoretical framework. then 1.11, which is presumed should be the last part. 1.11 is operational definition of key terms. Operational definition of key terms. Operational definition of key terms. Key terms. Yes, presume we have about 11 points that we are going to look at in this session. That is our introduction. So let's move now to the first part, which is background to the study. If you like this presentation, click the button and subscribe and like as well.